want to make sure we get this forzando here and here. So we're going to do a martelé stroke. That's the one where you make sure your bow is at a stop and we have a little burst of sound. So moving forward for this forzando. And then here, make a lever with your bow, like you're tilting that way. This is the pronation, the act of turning a doorknob. And we're going to do that with the bow to get the tip to go down into the string. For that down bow one. All right, the next spot that I want to look at with you is measure 30. You're in third position here. And stay in third position. There's going to be a temptation for you to go down, but you want to stay here and use your fourth finger so that you're going to be putting that on the A string before you get to it. So your first finger and your fourth finger are on the strings at the same time. And then you've got a little tunnel there going under the fourth finger. So work on practicing that you're doing that. The next spot I want to look at with you is measure 35. To get this bow stroke, keep moving horizontally, and we're going to get the spaces just by lightening the weight into the string. So we don't stop. We're not going to stop the forward motion of the bow to get that. All right. In measure 45, we have dolce marked, and dolce means sweet. So in order to get sweet sounding there, we're going to be using vibrato as much as possible. So, and we also want to have a floating bow, not a lot of weight into it. And I'm going to move out toward the fingerboard a little. So then I'm going to just keep this vibrato going, kind of a fluttery, fast-ish vibrato. I don't want it too fast and intense sounding because this is dolce, not agitato. So about like this. Yeah, if we go too fast, then it sounds really kind of more intense. So we just want about that fast. I think that if you think sweet and you think of a kind of a sweet sound, that you're going to get the right speed of vibrato there. Just use light bow weight. All right. Measure 51. We have this bow stroke, down, up. And this is the same bow stroke that you had in Hunter's Chorus. So if you want to review that part, heavy, light, heavy, light. And that's what you're going to have here. So using that bow stroke, heavy, light, heavy, light. And at the end of this part where we just were, please excuse the gardener out there, we are going to have lots of down bows. So really feel that you're holding the bow in your hand instead of letting the violin hold it as we often do, so that you're going to be so that quick lift there. Finally, in the first ending, we have a fingering here in the Barber edition of this piece where you have 2 4th fingers over the shift, and that is a very clear invitation for you to do an audible shift here. So we're going to slide there a little bit. We still want to lighten our finger when we shift, but we're going to lighten it a little less than usual. And maybe if you think of like, just you're going to smear something, like you have like finger paint, and you're going to just leave a little bit of a smear there on the string. So experiment with where you want this slide to sound. I think that a good rule of thumb is we're leaving here. That's where you're going to slide, and then you're going to arrive. Or you would do the opposite, where you would leave here with a light weight, and then coming in is where you would do the slide. So I'm going to recommend that in this instance we put the slide more at the beginning, so that you're leaving the finger down a little longer, and then you do the shift and reapply the pressure there at first position. Those are your tips for the first page of this piece.